मोमिनीन व मोमिनात, आज 21 अप्रैल 2012 ग्रेटर शिकागो के उलमा बोर्ड ने पहला सेमिनार मासूम सेंटर शिकागो में मुनक्कद किया है, जिससे वो मिली यकजहती और कौमी मसाइल पर गुफ्तगू फरमाएंगे।
अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम, बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन, वस्सलातु वस्सलाम अला सय्यिदिल मुरसलीन, हबीबे इलाहिल आलमीन, अबिल क़ासिम मुहम्मद, वस्सलातु वस्सलाम अला आलिहि त्तय्यबीन अत्ताहिरीन अल-मासूमीन अल-मुंतजबीन, वलअनतुल्लाह अला आदाइहिम अजमईन। अम्मा बाद, फ़क़द क़ालल्लाह फ़ी किताबिहिल हकीम, बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम, या अय्युहल्लज़ीना आमनुस्बिरू वसाबिरू वराबितू। और मोहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद सलावत। Assalamu alaikum, mu'min and mu'minat. First of all, I like to thank all of you to come to join the program which has been arranged by the Board of Ulema of Chicago and after that I like to request and invite all ulama and scholars to come to the chairs which are available for them. Please recite loudly salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. So, mu'mineen and mu'minat, there will be 5 speeches by the great scholar and ulama of Chicago. First of all, I like to start this program with the recitation of Holy Quran. For this recitation, I am going to invite Maulana Sheikh Muhammad Jawad Saadatman. Please come to recite the Holy Quran and to start this program. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil faraj. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لقد كان لكم في رسول الله أسوة حسنة لمن كان يرجو الله واليوم الآخر وذكر الله كثيرا. ولما رأى ينادون الأحزاب قالوا هذا ما وعدنا الله ورسوله وصدق الله ورسوله وما زادهم إلا إيمانا وتسليما. من المؤمنين رجال صدقوا ما عاهدوا الله عليه فمنهم من قضى نحبه ومنهم من ينتظر وما بدلوا تبديلا. ليجزي الله الصادقين بصدقهم ويعذب المنافقين إن شاء أو يتوب عليهم إن الله كان غفورا رحيما. ورد الله الذين كفروا بغيظهم لم ينالوا خيرا وكفى الله المؤمنين القتال وكان الله قويا عزيزا. وأنزل الذين ظاهروهم من أهل الكتاب من صياصيهم وقذف في قلوبهم الرعب فريقا تقتلون وتأسرون فريقا وأورثكم أرضهم وديارهم وأموالهم وأرضا لم تطئوها وكان الله على كل شيء قديرا. لأزواجك إن كنتن تردن الحياة الدنيا وزينتها لها فتعالين أمتعكن وأسرحكن سراحا جميلا وإن كنتن تردن الله ورسوله والدار الآخرة فإن الله أعد للمحسنات منكن أجرا عظيما يا نساء النبي من يأت منكن بفاحشة مبينة يضاعف لها العذاب ضعفين وكان ذلك على الله يسيرا ومن يقنت منكن لله ورسوله وتعمل صالحا نؤتها أجرها مرتين وأعتدنا لها رزقا كريما يا نساء النبي لستن كأحد من النساء إن اتقيتن فلا تخضعن بالقول فيطمع الذي في قلبه مرض وقلن قولا معروفا وقرن في بيوتكن ولا تبرجن تبرج الجاهلية الأولى وأقمنا الصلاة وآتينا الزكاة وأطعنا الله ورسوله إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا واذكرن ما يتلى في بيوتكن من آيات الله من آيات الله والحكمة إن الله كان لطيفا خبيرا صدق الله العلي العظيم صلوات
Please recite loudly salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Alhamdulillah, it was a good recitation of Holy Quran. May Allah reward him and all of us. Now, without any gap, I am going to invite Maulana Syed Sulaiman Hassan. He will deliver a speech in which he will focus on the state of Shia community in US. Please recite aloud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Please.
Please recite one more salawat. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين بارئ الخلائق أجمعين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين المبعوث رحمة للعالمين شفيع المذنبين وحبيب قلوب الصادقين سيدنا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد وعلى أهل بيته الأطيبين الأطهرين الهداة المهديين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم إلى قيام يوم الدين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي أما بعد. Respected ulama, dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In my turn, I would like to welcome all of those present to this very auspicious and very important seminar. I know that we are running a few minutes behind schedule, and inshallah I will try to do my part to make sure that we don't finish behind schedule. But inshallah, this is a very important step that has been taken for the Shi'i community here in Chicago, and actually, inshallah, it will have benefits and repercussions even beyond our local community. So this is something which, on behalf of the ulama and on behalf of every member of this community, it is an act of worship and a very important step and precedent that we are setting. And we pray to Allah that the intentions that have brought us to this point, they remain pure, and that Allah grants us the benefit of what we are striving to do as a community. Salawat. The effort that we are going to be engaging in today is to have very concise and very to-the-point presentations on a diverse range of topics that are of importance to the Shia community. Now, because there is a large number of topics and several presenters, and time is limited, the actual time that has been allotted for each presentation is very brief, in the neighborhood of 15 to 20 minutes. And that will not allow a comprehensive discussion of any of these topics. But it will bring, inshallah, some important points to our attention, and inshallah, it will be a first step to continue to discuss and to think about and to work towards facing the challenges that we as a community will need to work on and inshallah overcome in order to thrive and flourish as a community in this part of the world. I will be speaking about the state of the Shia community in America, but before I come to that specific topic, I want to just very briefly touch on two introductory points. The first is one feature that distinguished the Shi'i Imami community, or the followers of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salatu wassalam, from all other schools of thought. From all other schools of thought within Islam. And I won't have time to demonstrate my point and to offer historical and religious proof, but I want to introduce the issue. Inshallah, it is something that you will think about and we can discuss in greater detail at other opportunities. And this is that the followers of Ahlul Bayt learned from the Imams that there is no need to fear a difference of opinion or diversity, or to feel that that diversity of opinion necessarily results in disunity. Now, that does not mean that every opinion is equally valid and that there is an absolute pluralism and anybody can express whatever opinion they want to express. But what it does mean is that we should not try to silence other voices, and as a community, we should not allow people to express opinions in a way that silences that diversity of opinions and that makes it more difficult, in fact, for the truth to become clear. One thing that the Imams emphasized, and they learned it actually, and they took it from the Prophet of Islam in his own message, and again, I don't want to get into the examples from the history of the Prophet and the history of the Imams. The important part is the principle. That the message of Islam is so true and so clear that it doesn't need any kind of a compulsion in order for its truth and its beauty to shine forth. In the words of our sixth Imam, Imam Ja'far Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam, Inna amrana hadha abyanu min ash-shams. The truth of our affair is more clear, more obvious than even the sun that you see in the desert sky of the Hijaz. It doesn't need any kind of propaganda or any kind of salesmanship or any kind of public relations or enforcement to artificially bring it and show that it is good. So that is one point that we should make sure that we fully understand and that we believe in order to honor the Prophet and the Imams. It will be expected that if I am going to say some words today, that perhaps some of our other respected ulama may express a slightly different opinion. Now, as a community, we can take that and we can say that, well, there is disunity or there is a difference of opinion. Or we can take that and say that this is something which represents the healthiness of our community. And it represents the asset that will, inshallah, eventually lead us to grow and to move closer towards the truth. So that is one principle that I wanted to touch upon, and inshallah, the details and some of the examples which are enlightening as well, we will have other opportunities to talk about them. The other principle that I wanted to touch upon is that in Islam, there is no priestly class. Sometimes we speak of clergy in reference to our religious scholars and our ulama. But that is because there is no better term that we can find in English. But there is no official priestly class within Islam, neither within Sunni nor within Shi'i Islam. Unfortunately, some people misunderstand that. And what they say is that, therefore, why would somebody who has studied Islam in a hawza or has religious training have any authority that a normal member of the community who has not gone through that training or does not have that knowledge does not have? And that is not the meaning of that principle in Islam. one thing that shines through very clearly in the Quran and in the sayings of the Prophet and in the sayings of the Imam is that there is a hierarchy of knowledge. And if I don't recognize and don't respect and don't submit to those who are more knowledgeable than myself, then I do not submit to Allah and I do not submit to the Prophet. But the hierarchy of knowledge is different from saying that there is a clerical class and there is a lay class. So even though the Quran emphasizes that those who know are not equal to those who do not know, it also addresses the commandments of Islam to the entire community. Even some of the commandments that in the lifetime of the Prophet were only going to be carried out by the Prophet or his appointees, and according to our belief and the correct belief, were legitimately the duty of the Imams themselves. They were addressed to the Muslim community as a whole. The commandment to punish those who commit theft, for example, or when we have the verse that speaks of the ummah as the greatest ummah, kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrijat linnas, that refers to the entire ummah, not because everyone is equal, not because they don't owe submission and obedience to the Prophet and to those who have been appointed leaders by the Prophet, but because the responsibility towards Islam belongs to the entire ummah. If there is a weakness in any institution of our Islamic community, then I do not have the right to say, well, our maraji' didn't take care of it. Our ulama did not take care of it. I do not have the right to say that that center did not take care of the problem. But I have to look and say, what did I do? What was my responsibility and did I fulfill it? Others, if they did or did not fulfill their responsibility, that is between them and Allah. So there is no clergy in Islam and there is no lay person in Islam. But let us understand that in the proper Islamic sense and not in a secular or un-Islamic sense, which will actually take away one of our sources of pride within Islam, the hierarchy and the respect for knowledge. Those were two preliminary points that took up about half of the time that I was allotted in my presentation, but I think that those 2 points will inform us through all of the topics that we are going to be looking at, inshallah, today. Please recite salawat. In speaking of the Muslim community in the state of the Shia community in America, I want to begin with a hadith of our 6th Imam, Imam Ja'far Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam. This hadith is reported by Shaykh Amili in Wasa'il al-Shia from the book known as Al-Amali of Shaykh Tusi, also from the book known as Ikhtiyar Ma'rifat al-Rijal of Al-Kashi. So 2 of our sources of hadith. A companion by the name of Hamad comes to our 6th Imam and says that sometimes I go to the lands of shirk. I visit the non-Islamic territories. And people tell me that if you die there, then you will be raised as part of that ummah. And I don't want to be raised on the Day of Judgment as one of the ummah of shirk. Because naturally, if you go to the land of shirk, then you are participating in their society. You are strengthening their economy. That's not a modern thing. It existed even in the time of the imams. So whatever you are doing, you are part of that ummah. And then the imam asked him that, إِذَا ذَهَبْتَ ثَمَّ فَهَلْ تَذْكُرُ أَمْرَنَا وَتَدْعُو إِلَيْهِ? When you go there, do you mention our affair? The affair of the imams is the affair of Islam. And do you invite people towards it? And the person said yes. And the imam said that if that is the case, إن تمت ثم تحشر أمة وحدك ويسعى نورك بين يديك. That if you die there, then you will be raised up as your own ummah. And the light and the illumination from your face, it will be in front of you, it will precede you on the Day of Judgment and all the way to paradise. So the imams, they did not discourage their followers from going even to the lands of shirk. It goes back to that same first point that I made, that we have a confidence in the truth of our religion, our values, our beliefs, where we do not have to fear from entering into society, as long as we understand those values and we represent those values. The answer of the Imam was not a blanket permission for anybody to go to any land of shirk and to live there and say, well, I have a much more peaceful life or a better life here. Because the Imam said that when you go there, do you mention our affair and do you call people towards it? Do you establish yourself as a community or as an individual who represents and who calls towards the truth? And if that is the case, and you are able to do so in a way that you are not able to do so when surrounded by Muslims, then Allah will give you an extra reward for it. So that is the ideal that we are striving as Muslims and as followers of Ahlul Bayt, living in a land which is in some senses alien to Islamic values and Islamic culture and the Islamic religion. To understand the state of the Shia community in America, we also have to look at the broader state of the Islamic community in America. We are members of the Islamic community in the Islamic Ummah. And there was a study that was recently conducted, some of you may have seen it, about the state of masajid in America, and especially a comparison of the state of masajid in the year 2011 and the year 2000, so about a 10 or 11 year span, and what has changed. That includes a section on the Shi'i community, but it also tells us about the broader Islamic community. A few statistics that are from that study that was conducted. Between the year 2000 and 2011, there was a 74% increase in the number of masjids in the United States. So it went from about 1,200 to 2,100 masjids, a little bit less than doubling. That is the number of masajid altogether in America. Certainly the number of Shi'i masajid, I don't think went from that same percentage of growth. I don't think it was a 74% growth. But that is a strength for us if the number of Muslim institutions has grown by that much. 3% of masjids have one ethnic group in the masjid, either all members of the Arabic-speaking community or Persian or Urdu or English, or one ethnic group, one linguistic group. 3% of masjids are limited to one group. And 16% of masjids have 90% of their masajid, of their members, from one group. And then maybe 10% from another group. So it's a small minority of masjids that have either exclusively or the vast majority of their members belonging to one group. Again, this is with regard to the broader Muslim community. If you were to do a survey just of our Shi'i institutions, you may see that it's not 16%, but it might be something quite a bit higher, and that tells us what we need to work on. For most of the masajid in America, on average, they had about 15 converts who would enter into Islam and join that masjid. That was highest for African American masajid, where they had something on the average of 20 converts per masjid. In many cases, those masajid also are neighborhood masajid, and they are smaller, but they had a larger number of converts entering in. For Shia masajid, there we have a clear statistic, and according to this survey, it was only about 8 converts per masjid. So even though the Shi'i masajid in general are serving a broader geographical area because there are fewer of them and the members are spread over a broader geographical area, but the number of converts who are entering into those masajid is about 1/2. And there are a few other statistics, but because I want to summarize, these will give us an indication that in some cases we have a ways to go in order to develop the strength of our institutions that will allow us to be welcoming of diversity within our own centers, within our own communities, and be able to welcome people who may be interested in Islam. The best way to welcome people who are interested in Islam is to be welcoming towards people who have already accepted Islam. But if linguistically, culturally, in terms of our morals and our ethics, somebody who is a Muslim has already turned their back on shirk or turned their back on kufr, they don't always feel welcome in our centers, then we're fooling ourselves if we think that by publishing a pamphlet or by having an inviting website, we will be able to invite those who are interested in Islam but are not yet Muslim. And in closing, I want to just briefly touch upon 3 different levels of attention that we should be giving towards the state of our community in America. The first level of attention is the state of our Shia community among ourselves. Inshallah, we will have very informed presentations about the concept of leadership within Shiaism and also the role of tradition and symbols within Shiaism. So aside from those 2 areas, when we are dealing within our Shi'i community, we should recognize that the values and the religion that was taught to us by Ahlul Bayt, it was much more profound and deep than any other school of thought within Islam. Sometimes it has been noted that Sufism is very similar to Shiaism. Sufis believe in a qutb who gives you authentic knowledge. Shias believe in an imam who gives authentic knowledge, and many other things like that. And then some historians say, but it's very interesting, mostly it is Sunnis who have been attracted to Sufism. Shias have not been attracted to Sufism in the same number. That's ironic. But it's not ironic. The reason is Shias did not feel a need to go towards Sufism. The religion they were taught by the imams, it already covered their spiritual, their ethical, their moral needs in such a way that they did not need to go outside of it. So this is something that is a strength for us, but it also potentially is a danger. Because our centers and our religious programs, they are religious, they have political repercussions, but they also are very emotional and cultural, it becomes easier for us to be limited to our own ethnic group, our own linguistic group, and not be as comfortable in another environment or as inviting to people from another environment. That is not something that we should be permitting to take place as followers of Ahlul Bayt. Our community is not based on our language. The reason for that is because there is something of value in our heritage, but it should not limit us. So for lack of time, I won't expand on that, but that's not something negative. It is something that we should recognize, and we should make sure that we are not allowing to turn into something negative. When it comes to our dealings with the broader Muslim community, generally it is said that the Shia are about 7%, and it might be a bit greater than that, of the Muslim community in America. So we are a minority. Even if we are more generous, it might be 10% or at most 15%, but generally it is something less than that. Historically, the Shia have been distinguished by the fact that they were far more aware of the Sunni beliefs, practices, history than the Sunni community was about the Shia community. Not out of necessity, but out of that same spirit of confidence and out of that same knowledge that we will not lose our heritage if we are part of that community, but we will give and we will be able to guide and be able to provide benefit. Just one example I will mention, Shahid Thalith, Qadi Nurullah Shustari, who was martyred in India, he used to adjudicate according to all of the different madhahib of Islamic law. So he would adjudicate according to the Imami law and according to Hanafi and Shafi'i and Hanbali and Maliki law. And he was just one and not even the only Shi'i scholar of his time who was able to do that and who did do that. So this is our heritage. And we should make sure that when dealing with the broader Islamic community, we are aware and we are passing on that awareness to our next generation of what their beliefs are, what their conception of history is, not a caricature that we have in our own minds, but the reality, so that when we interact, we don't lose sense and lose sight of our own values and what makes us unique. And then one issue I'd like to touch upon, and my time is up, so I will just throw out the topic. Inshallah, it can be developed later on. When we are dealing with the broader society that we are living in, the non-Muslim society, we should always be aware that this is a society that has not been fashioned by Islamic culture and Islamic civilization as many of our cultures in the Islamic world have been. Even a secular person living in the Islamic world is more religious than many religious people are in this society. Right? Just one example. In English, we say, how much are you worth? Or what are you worth? Even if I don't say how much, what are you worth? Then all of us understand that means how much wealth do you have? Translate that to any of the traditional languages or cultures of the Islamic world. I don't know Turkish, but the languages that I do know, Arabic, Urdu, Farsi, and I would assume that any other language that has been formed by Islamic civilization, this kind of an expression is not even translatable. What are you worth? That is part of the society that we live in. And we should be aware that there is a secularizing trend that will exist even if we are not aware of it. And that is a reality that is faced by the Shi'i community, by the Muslim community as a whole, and by any religious community living in this society. We have to make sure that we have methods of shoring up our religious identity. Otherwise, just by a process of osmosis, we will begin to lose that which we have as a source of pride and that which distinguishes us. So with that, I will conclude my remarks, and inshallah, we will benefit altogether from the remaining presentations. Salawat.
I think it was a very informative and meaningful speech which was delivered by Suleiman Abdisab. And now we have very short time without taking any more time. I would like to invite Sheikh Muhammad Al-Ansari. He is our Iraqi brother. He serves for Iraqi community, and also he is going to deliver and to discuss the problems and issues of the Iraqi community, Iraqi Shia community in Chicago especially. So he wants to draw your attention and wants to share his information about their problems, issues. So please listen to him carefully, and he wants to aware you. So please, Sheikh Muhammad Al-Ansari.
سيدنا أبي القاسم محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين صلى على محمد. أصحاب السماحة، الأخوة، الأخوات, ladies and gentlemen, السلام عليكم جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. قال الله تعالى في كتابه الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم: والذين جاهدوا فينا لنهدينهم سبلنا وأن الله لمع المحسنين. صدق الله العلي العظيم. I like to take advantage of this conference to explain to you the situation of Iraqi Shia community in Chicago. This community is divided into three parts. The first part is the persons who came since more than 30 years ago. They came to study in the United States universities. After a period, they graduated as doctors and scientists, but most of them don't have interest to religious activity. They make meetings together and parties in different places without doing any religious activities. The second part is the community is the second part of the community is immigrants who rose up the Ba'athist regime in Iraq in 1991. They came from Saudi Arabia and other countries. Most of them are mu'mineen and the followers of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salatu wassalam. Then they arrived in Chicago. When they arrived in Chicago, they held councils and meetings in the houses, and after that they rented a place and founded the center with name of Ahlul Bayt Center. They made meetings twice a week in this center to read the Holy Quran and Dua Kumail. Some of them were switching khutbah in Islamic events. And little by little, the community grew bigger. So they moved to a large place to do their religious rites, especially in Muharram and Ramadan. They keep up on this situation until the year of 2000. In this year, I arrived in Chicago and they invited me to be imam in their center. Immediately, I accepted that and founded the board from 5 members and rented a large place on Peterson Avenue and opened a school for children to teach them the Arabic language and Islamic beliefs. And we also issued the leaflet with name An-Nadwa, containing the cultural issues, but it stopped because we don't have enough abilities. For the third time, Ahlul Bayt Center moved to the old MASOM building until the year of 2011. When we bought at that time the new building at 2425 Main Street, Evanston, we could do that by donations and getting loans from many sources which are still unpaid until now because it is outstand of our ability. So we hope that we could get assistance to pay from the mu'minin. The third part of Iraqi community is those who arrived in Chicago from Jordan and Syria and Lebanon after the fall down of the Ba'athist regime in Iraq at 2003. They are following different schools of thought. So some of them joined the Ahlul Bayt Center. We think one of the reasons of not joining the center is their thinking that we did not help them financially. They do not know the reality of our financial situation. In fact, this is one of our important problems. I remember some of Iraqi families that came to our center and asked us for help to pay their rent. When we apologized, they went to the churches and got some help there. Then they said the churches are better than your center. Since that time, they never came to our center. This is really problem in our relationship with the community. We hope that Ahlul Bayt Center will be an important project to meet the needs of the community physically and spiritually. We think that the biggest loss for the community is loss of their children in this country. So we must take care of them by teaching them the Islamic culture and their language beside the Holy Quran. We ask the Muslims from this place to extend a helping hand to support our center because it is your center in same time. Finally, I thank very much brothers who are officials for this conference, and thank you for all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sheikh Muhammad Al-Ansari had an informative speech about his community, and now I'm inviting myself to deliver a speech and to draw your attention about the topic persecution of Shia community worldwide. But I like to deliver my speech and to switch the language of speeches to Urdu because the majority of participant is belonging to Urdu, and I want to share informations and to draw your attention the special issue, which is Pakistan and the state of the Shia of Pakistan. So this is just for our elders and Buzurg Samain. So please recite loudly salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة على أهلها أما بعد فقد قال الله في كتابه الحكيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اصبروا وصابروا ورابطوا और मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सलावत ऐज़ान मुहतरम, जैसे आप सब आगाह हैं और मुझे यकीन है, उम्मीद नहीं यकीन है कि शिया कौम पर पूरी दुनिया में जो कुछ भी गुज़र रहा है वो आप सब वाकिफ़ हैं इससे, मगर तज़क्कुर के तौर पर या दहानी के तौर पर मैं तकरीबन 2007 से, चूँकि मैं चाहता हूँ जो पाकिस्तान के हालात हैं शियों के हवाले से वो भी आपके सामने आ जाएं اور ان حالات کی روشنی میں ایز اے شیعہ کیا ہماری بھی کچھ ذمہ داریاں بنتی ہیں یا نہیں؟ حالیہ جو دہشت گردی، قتل و غارت کی جو لہر پاکستانی فضا میں چلی ہے، تقریباً اگر میں غلط نہ کہوں تو 2007 سے شروع ہوا، جس کی ابتدا ہنگو اور پاڑا چنار سے ہوئی۔ خصوصاً اس کی ابتدا اور آغاز پاڑا چنار سے ہی ہوا، اور نقطۂ آغاز جو تھا جس کے نتیجے میں تقریباً 2500 سے لے کر 3000 تک، کتنے؟ 2500 سے لے کر 3000 تک صرف اس نعرے کے بدلے میں کہ کچھ مسلمانوں نے ایک جلوس میں حسینیت مرد آباد کا نعرہ لگایا تھا۔ کس کا؟ یہ ویڈیو موجود ہے، جو پاڑا چنار کورم ایجنسی کے بازار میں یہ نعرہ بلند ہوا، حسینیت مرد آباد کا نعرہ۔ یہ بنیاد تھی، یہ نقطہ تھا تقریباً 4 سال کی لڑائی کا، جہاں سے یہ لڑائی سٹارٹ ہوئی۔ اب اس میں خواہ بیرونی طاقتیں، بیرونی ممالک یا جو بھی اس میں انوالو ہیں، مجھے اس سے کوئی غرض نہیں، میں نے بات کرنی ہے دست قاتل کے حوالے سے کہ قاتل کون ہے۔ تو یہ نعرہ جب بلند ہوا، اس کے ریئیکشن میں لازمی سی بات ہے جو حسینیت زندہ باد کے نعرے لگاتے ہیں وہ اٹھ کھڑے ہوئے۔ یہاں سے سلسلہ شروع ہوا کہ یہ منتقل ہوا صوبہ سرحد کے ہنگو علاقے میں، وہاں پر بھی یہ فساد، جلوس روک دیا گیا، اور اس میں ایک جو آپ سوسائڈ کہتے ہیں اس کو، خودکش دھماکہ جس کو بولتے ہیں، وہ ہوا، جس کے نتیجے میں کئی شہادتیں ہوئیں۔ تو اس پورے عرصے میں پاڑا چنار اور ہنگو میں جو صرف ان 2 ایریاز میں 4 سال کے اندر بھوک، افلاس، سختیاں، مشکلات، جوانوں کی تعلیم کی تباہی اور بیماروں کی لا علاجی، اس سے ہٹ کر تقریباً 2.5 سے 3 ہزار شیعہ قتل ہوئے ہیں۔ کتنے؟ 2.5 سے 3 ہزار۔ عزیزو، یہ کوئی معمولی بات نہیں ہے۔ اور پھر کہاں؟ کسی کافرستان میں نہیں، کفار کے ممالک میں نہیں، اس ملک میں جس کی بنیاد لا الہ الا اللہ محمد رسول اللہ پر رکھی گئی تھی، وہاں پر اہل بیت کے ماننے والے، آل محمد کے ماننے والے 2.5 سے 3 ہزار بھیڑ بکریوں کی طرح ذبح کیے گئے، اڑا دیے گئے، پارا پارا کر دیے گئے۔ 2.5 سے 3 ہزار معمولی چیز نہیں ہے یہ عزیزو۔ وہاں پہ کوئی وبا نہیں آئی، کوئی بیماری نہیں آئی تھی۔ ہاں، اگر وبا تھی تو دہشت گردی کی۔ اس کے نتیجے میں تقریباً 3.5 سے 4 سال یہ دہشت گردی کی لہر وہاں چلتی رہی، اور شیعیان حیدر کرار کو اپنی لپیٹ میں لیتی رہی۔ اس کے بعد، چونکہ ٹائم کم ہے، یہ مختصر سا تعارف، اس کے بعد ڈیرہ اسماعیل خان، اس میں بھی بے تحاشا شیعوں کو مارا گیا۔ جب وہاں پر پاڑا چنار اور ہنگو ایریا میں شیعیان حیدر کرار نے آج کے دور کے یزیدیوں کو ایسے ہی شکست دی جیسے حسینیت نے دی تھی. شکست ہو گئی وہاں پر. یعنی اگر میں ان واقعات میں جاؤں یا جس حال میں وہاں کے شیعہ اور شیعان حیدر کرار لڑے ہیں تو وہ میرے خیال میں ان کے لیے ایک اور 2-3 گھنٹے چاہیے ہوگا. لیکن میرا مقصد جو سپیچ سے ہے یا آپ جو یہاں تشریف لائے ہیں صرف آپ کے اذہان عالیہ کو متوجہ کرنا چاہ رہا ہوں کہ 3.5-4 سال کے بعد ان کو شکست سے دوچار کرنے کے بعد یہ لہر گئی ڈیرہ اسماعیل خان. وہاں پہ ٹارگٹ کلنگ بھی, وہاں پہ دھماکے بھی, بازار میں شیعہ کو مارنے کے بعد جس ہسپیٹل میں زخمیوں کو لے جانا تھا وہاں آلریڈی مسلمان اور لا الہ کہنے والے بموں سے لیس کھڑے ہیں کہ کب وہ مریض اور زخمی آئے اور ان کے رشتہ دار ہیں تاکہ ان کو بھی اڑا دیں. اس طریقے سے اور بے دردی سے شیعوں کو صرف صوبہ سرحد کے علاقے میں مارا گیا. اس کے بعد کوئٹہ میں بھی اور حالیہ بھی میرے خیال میں آپ سب سنتے ہیں کہ کتنی شہادتیں ہو رہی ہیں اس میں. اس کے بعد اور اس کے ساتھ ساتھ گلگت اور بلتستان, یعنی جغرافیائی اعتبار سے یہ جتنے نام میں نے ذکر کیے پاکستان کے ایریاز کے, یہ وہ مقامات ہیں, یہ وہ علاقے ہیں جہاں پر اکثریت کی تعداد سے شیعہ رہتے ہیں. یہ سب بڑا چنار, ہنگو, کوہاٹ, ڈیرہ اسماعیل خان اور اس کے بعد کوئٹہ میں بھی کافی تعداد. اس کے ساتھ گلگت و بلتستان آپ سب کو معلوم ہے کہ وہاں پہ دوسرے لوگ ہیں ہی کم اور اگر ہیں تو شیعہ ہیں. یہ ایریے اور اب جو تازہ حال گلگت و بلتستان کا اور اس کے ساتھ ساتھ کراچی, وہ بھی شیعوں کا ایک گڑھ ہے, شیعوں کا بہت بڑا مرکز ہے, وہاں پر بھی مارے گئے. اگر یعنی میں تخمیناً اندازاً کہہ دوں کہ کم از کم 4 سے 5 سال کے اندر ایک مسلمان ملک میں 5 سے 5.5 ہزار شیعہ قتل ہو چکے ہیں. کتنے؟ یعنی یہ کوئی معمولی بات نہیں عزیزو. دل خون روتا ہے, زخمی ہو جاتا ہے. یعنی اس کا سننا یا بات کرنا آسان ہے, مگر یہ ان ماؤں سے, ان آبا و اجداد سے, ان گھر والوں سے پوچھو جن کے جوان شہید ہوئے, جن کے بچے شہید ہوئے, بچیاں شہید ہوئی. کیا ان تمام تر حالات کے باوجود ہم جو وہاں سے دور رہتے ہیں, کیا ہماری کچھ ذمہ داریاں بنتی بھی ہیں یا نہیں؟ پہلا سوال یہ ہے, کیا بنتی ہے یا نہیں؟ کیا ہمیں بیدار ہونا چاہیے یا نہیں؟ ہم کب اس حدیث رسول کا نمونہ بنیں گے کہ میری امت ایک جسد واحد کی طرح ہے, جسد واحد کی طرح. کچھ لوگ جسد واحد کی مثال اس لیے دیتے ہیں کہ جب بیمار ہو جاتا ہے یا کوئی تکلیف ہو جاتی ہے, اس میں بھی جسد واحد کی طرح ہے. مگر یہ یاد رکھیے کہ جس طرح سے تکلیف کے وقت تمام اعضاء یکجا ہوتے ہیں, اسی طرح سے تکلیف سے ہٹ کر بھی اگر جسم کا کوئی مقصد ہو تو اس مقصد کی تکمیل کے لیے بھی تمام اعضاء یکجا ہوتے ہیں. یہ 2 کام کرتے ہیں, یا تکلیف کے وقت ایک ہو جاتے ہیں یا تکمیل مقصد کے لیے. آپ اگر ایک چیز زمین سے اٹھانا چاہیں تو کمر بھی ساتھ دے گی, ہاتھ بھی ساتھ دے گا, پیروں میں بھی جھول آئے گا, ہوگا نا. رسول یہی کہنا چاہتے ہیں، ضروری نہیں کہ تکلیف آئے گی تو آپ یکجا ہوں گے، نہیں، تکالیف کو دور کرنے کے لیے بھی یکجا ہو جائیں۔ ضروری نہیں ہے کہ جب گھر میں آگ لگے تو تب ہم اکٹھا ہو جائیں، نہیں، آگ لگانے والوں کو کے ہاتھوں کو روکنا چاہیے کہ وہ موقع ہی نہ آئے، وہ نوبت ہی ہم نہ آنے دیں۔ تو عزیزو، آج کل کا جو دور ہے، خصوصاً شیعیان حیدر کرار کا، میں پہلی بھی کہہ چکا ہوں کہ ہمارے سب سے بڑے دو جرم ہیں، دو، کتنے؟ دو جرم ہیں جو تا قیامت یا تا ظہور امام مہدی علیہ السلام یہ رہیں گے۔ ایک سب سے بڑا جرم کہ ہم ولایت علی کے ماننے والے، آل محمد سے دوستی کرنے والے، ان کی اطاعت کرنے والے، یہ خطرہ مسلمانوں کے لیے ہے۔ دوسرا جو سب سے بڑا خطرہ ہے، جو سب سے بڑا جرم ہے، کہ ہم اپنے ایک 12ویں امام اس کے منتظر ہیں، اس کے انتظار میں بیٹھے ہیں، جس نے آ کر ایک عالمگیر اور جہانگیر ایک اسلامی حکومت تشکیل دینی ہے یا نہیں؟ شیعہ قوم دونوں طاقتوں کی زد میں ہے۔ وہ طاقتیں جو ولایت علی کی دشمن رہی ہیں، وہ بھی ہمارا پیچھا چھوڑنے والی نہیں ہے، ہمیشہ ہمیں کمزور کرنے کی کوشش کریں گے۔ اور جو دوسری طاقت ہے، جس کو دنیاوی لالچ ہے، دنیاوی خطرہ ہے، جس کو اسلامی حکومت جو کہ امام مہدی علیہ السلام آ کے قائم کریں گے، اس میں ان کی دنیا چلی جائے گی۔ تو دو طاقتیں ایسی ہیں کہ ایک طاقت کا مذہب نے جانا ہے، اس کو اپنے مذہب کا خوف ہے، اس خوف کے باعث ہمیں مار رہے ہیں۔ اور جو دوسرا خوف ہے وہ یہ کہ دنیا داروں کی اور اس جہان کے جتنے لٹیرے ہیں، ان کے ہاتھوں سے حکومت جاتی ہوئی نظر آ رہی ہے۔ یہ ہمیں اپنے امام کے مقام کا شاید پتہ نہ ہو، یا ہمیں احساس نہ ہو کہ وہ کس لیے آ رہے ہیں۔ وہ اس لیے نہیں آ رہے ہیں کہ ہمارے گھروں میں آ جائیں، جب ہم مریض ہو جائیں تو مومنین کی عیادتوں کے لیے آ جائیں۔ نہیں عزیزو، وہ مریض انسانیت کے علاج کے لیے آ رہے ہیں۔ جو انسانیت مریض ہو چکی ہے، اس کے علاج کے لیے، اس کو دوا دینے کے لیے۔ تو عزیزو، دو مین ممکن ہے آپ کے اذہان میں یا اور کہیں سے آپ کے مفکرین آپ کو بتائیں اور بڑی وجوہات، مگر میری نگاہ میں یہ دو بڑی وجوہات ہیں، ہماری شہادتوں کی، ہمارے قتل و غارت کی۔ ایک یہ کہ ہم مذہب اہل بیت کے ماننے والے، اور دوسرا امام منتظر کے انتظار میں ہیں ہم، اس لیے ہمیں دو طاقتیں مار رہی ہیں۔ لیکن جب ہمیں یہ احساس ہے، معلوم ہے کہ ہم دو بڑی طاقتوں سے لڑ رہے ہیں، کیا اس پر ہماری کوئی ذمہ داری بنتی ہے یا نہیں؟ یعنی ہر ایک اپنے آپ سے جا کے یہ پوچھ لیں کہ اگر آج یہ پاکستان میں قتل و غارت ہو رہی ہے، یہی چیز دوسرے ممالک کی طرف بھی جا سکتی ہے۔ آج اگر یہ آگ کسی اور کے گھر لگی ہے، یہ آگ کل آپ کے گھر کی طرف بھی لپک سکتی ہے۔ تو عزیزو، میرا مقصد کہنے کا یہ کہ ہم